Welcome, guys. And on Motivation today, we are joined by Mayowa Owolabi, a financial market coach and also trainer. He is Africa's most sought-after financial coach, and he is also a serial entrepreneur and an alumni of the prestigious Lagos Business School. And today, we will be talking about a very important topic titled Creating Wealth in a Tough Economy. You're welcome, Mayowa. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, man. This topic I've always wanted to touch on because, yes, times are hard.
Times are hard.
It's difficult, and no matter what little other thing that you're doing, even if you have a main job, it's even more difficult now since after the pandemic, since after the economic, well, kind of like depression and all of that. So, yes, being an expert, how can we make extra pay motivate us?
Okay, so I think the first thing is people need to change their mindset. Everything is about mindset. Everything starts with mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. Because if you don't prepare your mind, you will not be able to get that goal. And you all know that when it comes to wealth creation, when it comes to plan B, when it comes to getting more income, you need to have a prepared mind.
Okay.
Now, number one, once that is sorted, you need to have people who inspire you a lot. Like, for example, when I was coming to the studio this morning, I've spent quality time listening to people who inspired me.
Okay.
So today, I'm already fit to put on the activity that will put in some cash flow into my pocket. So once that is done, my mind is ready. My mind is ready for the activity. Then I can now ask myself, what exactly do I want to achieve today? So I have one of the main challenge for people is that they ignore the part of selling. So no matter the level you are, you must be comfortable with selling. In this hard time, people say, people still make good money. So how do they make good money? They sell. An average person who works somewhere or is working for someone who is a product creator who does not sell will not make money. What is the whole explanation of money? Money is just exchange of value. So it means that for me to have more income, I must exchange something to get money. So either I'm exchanging my time, or I've created a product, or I have something, or I have a service I'm rendering, that will then bring in money. So if I have all of that...
We're all traders. We're all trying to sell something.
Fantastic.
No matter what, we just have to be able to... It's knowing how to sell that is the big deal now. So how do I sell, regardless of whatever it is?
Number one, you need to create a list. I have 200 people on my mobile phone. Can I call all these people to introduce what I sell to them? For example, in my office, I make sure we call minimum 25 to 50 people every day. Not because we feel like calling, but it is the process. So we could have cold calling, we could have online marketing, we could have several other channels, but there must be an activity to sell something. So if you're not selling anything, then you cannot, because the tough time we're talking about produces tough people, produce more strong people. So what are these people doing? They have to be able to sell something, and at most, be able to sell yourself.
But exactly, and that's where I'm going. Identifying exactly what it is that you can sell to make extra pay is actually a problem that most people face. Because, and I take this down to our parents for not allowing us explore our abilities when we were younger. It could be music, it could be art, it could be this and that. They just wanted us to go to school, come out with a degree, and then start a job and stuff like that. So you find out that we're limited in our expertise, so what we can do outside of that linear job that we do.
That's right.
So how do I identify what I could sell is the big question for most people.
Okay, so I would place this in three ways. Number one, there must be something you have in you that you can sell.
A talent?
A talent, a skill that you have learned somewhere. There must be a way you can package it. Like I have what is called the 10 models for every entrepreneur. For whatsoever you have as a talent, you should be able to write about it.
Fine, Mayowa. Now that we've identified that, let's go back again and say, what if I don't have a talent, or I have not identified a talent, and I do not have a skill because there are these people? Now what do I do?
Number two, I leverage on someone who has a talent.
Good.
I need to meet someone who has something to sell. So, for example, I'm not into real estate, but I have a friend who is into real estate and has some properties for sale. I have a WhatsApp status that is always blank. I need to get pictures of those real estate properties. I need to put it on my WhatsApp status. I need to be aggressive with my introduction on Facebook that I am now into real estate. I need to share the educational benefit of real estate.
Okay.
So what is my friend, or what does a friend have around me that I can leverage on? Or what does my uncle sell that
what
I
is
can
my
leverage
network
on?
generally?
Fantastic.
What can I
What can
use
I
that
leverage
network?
on? Because it's not a must that we create. Everybody do not need to create, but people can leverage. So I can leverage on somebody who has created a system, and all I need to do is to introduce that brand to my network. Because my network are actually my tribe, and I can only make money from my tribe. And if I don't push anything to them, they will look for people somewhere else to buy from. So if I have the understanding that it's not a must I create, I could leverage on somebody's product and I can make commission, then I'm good to go. Now, the third part is that, I can also create a plan to do what? To partner with people. Oh, your strength is this. Oh, my strength, I'm not good at sales, but you are good at sales, so we could create something together. While you mount the chief marketing officer, I mount maybe the chief operating officer, because my strength is not in sales. My strength is in organizing, putting stuff together, making processes work. So I can come together with a friend and we can put that together. You must fit into these three. For you to
Identify a talent or a skill, leverage on your network. Also note that you must be able to sell or get that selling skill up. And the third one was partnership.
You are not partnership.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Very important.
Now, but there are people who are still despondent as to, there is absolutely nothing I can do, even with all the samples that you've given that this is what you have to do. How do you motivate those people to, first of all, come to the right frame of mind to noting that I do have these materials or these people around me?
Okay, what helped me personally was that I went after mentorship.
Mentorship.
I sat down and I said, who do I like the position this person is holding?
What were you doing at the time when you made this decision?
Okay, for example, at that time I just resigned from the bank.
Oh, okay.
So when I resigned from the bank, I was in my house for a year.
Oh, wow.
Like out of money, out of inflow.
See, I'm trying to humanize you so people don't think that you started from here. It's why I'm trying to let people know that, yes, so you had that moment as well and it's worked for you.
Fantastic. Like when I resigned from the bank, I didn't have a proper plan. I didn't have a mentor to direct me. Now, I was in my house for 1 year. My wife was pregnant. I needed to hustle. But there was no plan. I didn't understand the framework. But I understand something, that everyone who becomes successful through my study has somebody to look up to. So you see people talk about, when I met this person, he told me this, and I did this, and I became wealthy. So who am I looking up to? So I had to identify those three people. So till date, I keep listening to these people. Till date, they've been able to model my life. And when I got a contact with this person, he told me, Mayowa, you need to spend 6-month internship. I said, geez, I just resigned from the work.
On top my 1 year.
On top my 1 year. So I was serving 6-month internship, not paid, and I had a wife in the house. But every day when I get home, I talk to my wife. I say, baby, it's just for this while. It's just for a while. It's just for a while. And thank God for the wife I married. She was so supportive about understanding about that part. But I gave it my time. And every time I get to work, while I was serving this person, I needed to take in. I observed what he was doing. Every single day, he has mandated everyone in the office to sell something. So I was in the tech department. I don't have business with selling, but I knew that what makes this man an entrepreneur is because he's selling something.
Yeah.
So I put in the activity and I jotted that down. So when I launched my brand from my sitting room, it didn't take me 6 months to be in my office.
Nice. Wow.
But I had to clone his model. So the question is, who are you cloning?
You see, Mayowa, these are the stories we need to hear more, the real story behind the persons or the people that we see who are motivators. Because sometimes the motivators tell you to do stuff. It's like people are like, oh, man, that sounds like a tall order. But they don't know the origin. They don't see that origin. And I think sometimes if you can always let people see the origin of your story, my story, your story out there, that people can get a better understanding of how they can make that mechanism work for them as a person.
Very important, because at that stage in my life, I was eating once a day.
Once a day, a big man like you.
And I was trekking. I was trekking because there was no inflow.
Wow.
But I knew that I needed to learn his pattern. So the question is, what pattern am I following? right now, the most amazing one is the digital space right now. What pattern can I clone when it comes to the digital space? You know, we have drop shipping. You could go to a store, you could take a picture, and you are not the owner. You take the picture, you put it on your IG, you put it on your WhatsApp, the person calls for it. You call the store go drop it, and you don't need to go pick it up.
Listen, man, talk about wealth creation. There's so much you can do, and I don't think we can exhaust it. I'm hoping that the next time you come, we can hopefully maybe even continue this conversation. Yeah. But thank you for the expose into your life. Yeah. I think that's very enjoyable, and I believe that you've learned a lot from it out there. So please do follow Mayowa on his social handles, which we have displayed on the television set, and he'll be here again, of course. Definitely, we can't do without him for motivation. Thank you very much. Do stay tuned.